everybody, I'm back with another wall review. Another Smackdown review. I missed last week's Smackdown. I just watched it, but I did not do a review because the virus on my computer, like I said on yesterday's video. But I'm back with Smackdown tonight. I also was unable to record a review for last Monday's Raw. I thought it was an awesome show. A lot of people didn't agree with it, but I thought it was an awesome show. Uh, we saw uh, the new regime, Triple H, as the boss, basically file. Uh, he did file Cody Rhodes, uh, and a lot of people seem to be on the edge in the WWE, uh, worried about the job security. Tonight, Triple H says he will hold a town hall meeting. I don't know if anybody watched the video on WWE.com and the YouTube website, but he had a sit-down interview with Michael Cole, where he eventually, at the end, uh, said he will have a town hall meeting uh, on SmackDown to allow the superstars to voice their grievances against the new regime. Uh, It'll be very interesting to see how that turns out and what the repercussions of that will be. But we are about 11 days away from Night of Champions. And so far, there's, I think, 1, 2, maybe 3 matches signed. We still got a lot more matches to build up to, plus the existing matches so far. But before I get too involved in the review, I want to remind everybody, check out that link in the description. Help me convince the WWE to allow Jake the Snake Roberts in the 2014 WWE Royal Rumble. And also subscribe, like, and comment if you have anything to say. Comment, like, if you like the video, or subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. But it's time to get SmackDown, so let's see what WWE has in store for Friday nights. WWE SmackDown kicks off with the town hall meeting with Triple H standing mid-ring with the SmackDown General Manager Vicky Guerrero and the Raw General Manager Mr. Bradley Maddox, with all these superstars standing on the stage. Triple H coins a new phrase that will be sweeping the WWE Universe in a matter of moments. Proclaiming that on Monday Night Raw, Cody showed insubordinates to himself, to Triple H. Therefore, he disrespected the WWE and the WWE Universe. And then, on top of that, he lost his job-saving match against Randy Orton. Thus, Cody fired Cody. That's right, Cody fired Cody. It was not Triple H's fault. But, as we go to the town hall meeting, Triple H invites the various members. Triple H invites various members of the WWE roster to voice their opinions on his administration. No one seems to want to, feeling for their jobs. Security. The first to step up was your intellectual savior, Mr. Damien Sandow, who commends Triple H for his removal of Cody Rhodes on Raw. This was followed by, I believe, Kofi Kingston trying to ask a question but was cut off by Heath Slater. He was cut off by Heath Slater, who pretty much buried the Big Show for not uh, stepping up the way he should have on Raw. And I think this is probably going to lead later on to Big Show against Heath Slater or the whole 3MB. But Ryback then steps up saying that people have been calling him a bully after the way uh, he won his match on Raw against uh, Dolph Ziggler after uh, Dean Ambrose jumped him from behind. Dean Ambrose jumped Dolph from behind before Ryback came out on Raw. Triple H uh, says that it was unfair. It's unfair the way uh, people call Ryback a bully. It was not his fault that uh, Dolph got jumped before the match. So tonight it'll be a rematch. Dolph Ziggler against Ryback. Also, uh, he says that there's one member of the universe that in Triple H's mind believes that he's bigger than anybody else on the stage, and thus does not feel that he needs to come out, and that is Daniel Bryan. So tonight, Triple H says that he was gonna let Bryan know that on SmackDown tonight it will be Daniel Bryan against his choice of any of the three Shield members, and then after the town hall meeting is over, Triple H commends Kofi Kingston for trying to step up and says that he's going to reward Kofi Kingston for doing that by giving him a non-title match against the Intercontinental Champion, Mr. Curtis Axel. The Paul Heyman, the one lone Paul Heyman guy still on the show, will go one-on-one with Kofi Kingston in a non-Intercontinental title match. And I think it's going to be awesome. But we still got more SmackDown to go, so let's get back. I forgot to mention on the last, before, I forgot to mention during the last segment, the opening segment, they announced that, Triple H announced that since, RVD also voiced his opinion about what Triple H has been doing. Triple H put him in the opening match tonight against against the face of the WWE. Your face of the WWE, Randall Keith Orton, your WWE champion. It was a very good match. At one point, Alberto Del Rio was also out doing commentary during the entire match. The World Heavyweight Champion Alberto Del Rio, who will face RVD at Night of Champions for that title. Del Rio was out doing commentary during the whole match. At one point, Del Rio jumped out of his seat and shoved Ricardo Rodriguez, who was out as Van Dam's manager. Del Rio pushed Ricardo into a ring, one of the ring posts. This prompted RVD to dive out of the ring onto Del Rio. Orton followed Van Dam out, picked him up, threw his legs on the ring apron, and hit the DDT that he normally does off the middle rope. He did it off the ring apron. Sending Van Dam's head straight into the mat, onto the floor. He then rolled Van Dam inside the ring, stood him up just long enough to hit the RKO for the 1-2-3. The face of the WWE, Randy Orton, gets into the win. Del Rio comes after the match. Del Rio comes in, locks on the cross-arm breaker for a few minutes before the referees convince him to let it go. Van Dam not only now not only has a bad neck from the RKO, but possibly a bad arm going into Night of Champions in about a week. No, about a little over a week, about 11 days. How will Van Dam recuperate in that time, and what will his state of mind and state of body be in for Night of Champions against Del Rio? We'll have to wait and see how it turns out. But coming up next, we have a few words from the number one contender for the WWE Championship, Daniel Bryan, as he will choose which member of the Shield he will face tonight, as per Triple H's orders. Daniel Bryan will face one member of the Shield tonight, which will be his choice. Who will it be? Ambrose, Rollins, Reigns. Let's find out. Ryback versus Dolph Ziggler. It was a mix. As about a few minutes in, it looked like Dolph was gonna win with the famous, but Ryback kicked out at 2. Just before that, the WWE United States Champion, Dolph Ziggler, the United States Champion Dean Ambrose, came out and joined Michael Cole and JBL in commentary, and showed his opinion of Dolph Ziggler, saying that he was insubordinate, and that's why he jumped Ziggler before the match. Ziggler was supposed to have Ryback on Raw. At one point, Ziggler was tossed or knocked out of the ring. When he went to stand up, he looked over towards the announce table and saw Ambrose was standing there. He saw Ambrose was talking about him, and he went after him. He chased after Ambrose and got caught with a beat up clothesline from Ryback, setting up the shell shock inside the ring for the 1, 2, 3. Ryback picks up another win over Dolph Ziggler. I believe this is setting up a match, possibly at Night of Champions for the U.S. title. Dolph Ziggler versus Dean Ambrose. I know a lot of people are going to be upset about this because it seems like a downgrade for Dolph after he's been chasing the world title for so long. But I believe I'm a little bit upset about it myself because I like to see Dolph be the world champion. But I'm looking forward to an excellent match from Dolph Ziggler and Dean Ambrose, which I know they can produce. But before that match, we got an interview from Daniel Bryan backstage, saying that instead of choosing which member of the Shield he'll fight, because he knows that no matter which one he chooses, it'll end up being 3-on-1. He'll allow the Shield to pick which member they want to put in the ring with him first. So that's how it's going to turn out tonight. Plus, the Divas champion, AJ Lee, seemed to be rallying the troops backstage as she talked to Layla, Lisa Fox, and Oksana backstage about what happened on Raw with the the cast of Total Divas. AJ gets Alicia, Oksana, and Layla fired up to the point that it looks like they're gonna have something in store for the Total Diva cast tonight. But they were at a huddle where we were unable to hear what they were saying. But that should be coming up later in the show. But coming up next, I'm not sure what is coming up next, but let's get back to the show and find out what it is. Kofi Kingston gets a surprising upset not an upset, but a surprising victory over the Intercontinental Champion Curtis Axel, as Paul Heyman looks on a shock so much in shock that he actually allows the Intercontinental Championship to fall out of his hands. As upon seeing the 1, 2, 3 off the SOS, I believe. Uh, what does this mean for Kofi Kingston? Does this mean that eventually he'll get an Intercontinental title match, or was this just to help build suspense going into the 2-on-1 handicap match? Well, Paul Heyman uh, and Curtis Axel will face CM Punk at Night of Champions, showing that uh, showing that Axel can be pinned, thus meaning that if Punk pins Axel, he'll be able to get he will probably be able to get Paul Heyman 1-on-1 at Night of Champions. I'm hoping that this means that we'll eventually see Kofi go for the Intercontinental Championship. I'm not saying I want him to win the title. I'm not saying I don't want him to win the title. I just want to see him have the opportunity to face Curtis Axel for the belt and actually have a feud for the belt. But we still got coming up. Still to come, we got Daniel Bryan against one member of the Shield. But we still don't know who that's gonna be. But we still got more SmackDown. So let's see how the show turns out. We come back to SmackDown and get a Divas match. Wwe Bella versus Cameron, Naomi. I can't remember which one. But the one that was, I think it's Naomi. The match only lasts a few couple minutes before AJ Lee leaves out. The Divas champion AJ Lee leaves out Oksana, Alicia, and Layla to deliver a beatdown on the Total Diva cast members that were out there, which included both Bellas and both Funkadactyls. The segment ends with AJ holding up the Divas Championship and for reminding everyone that she is the Divas Champion. But will she be that? But the question is, will she be that? Will she still be the Divas Champion after Night of Champions, where she defends the title against Naomi, Brie Bella, and Natalya Neidhart? I'm hoping if AJ doesn't win it, that Natalya wins, but that's still up for the debate, as that's gonna happen at Night of Champions. But coming up next, Jimmy and Jay Uso take on the Real Americans. Tag team action is up next. Let's see how it turns out. The Real Americans pick up a win over the Usos. After the Usos were about to win, as one of the Usos climbed the top rope and looked like he was about to hit a splash on Antonio Cesaro, but Seb Coulter got up on the apron, distracting the referee, allowing Swagger to shove the Uso off the quarter right into the European uppercut from Antonio Cesaro that looked brutal, leading to the 1, 2, 3. Like I said, Real Americans win the match, building momentum to what I don't know, but we still got more SmackDown. Plus, after the match, we went backstage to Triple H's office where he was standing with Big Show, who had a sour look on his face. Triple H asked him what the problem was, saying that he's had the same look on his face all day. He said Triple H then says he knows what the problem is, and the problem is 3MB. After what Keith Slater said during the town hall meeting at the beginning of the show. he's gonna he told Big Show to go to the ring, and he will send 3MB out there for a 3-on-1 handicap match, I believe, saying that Big Show will have an opportunity to take his fist and knock out all three members of 3MB. But in my opinion, I believe it's just another handicap match for Big Show. But we'll see how it turns out. So let's go back to SmackDown. Big Show makes quick work of 3MB. Pretty much 3MB got no offense as I thought they would. It ends with Big Show choke slamming both Heath Slater and Jinder Mahal at the same time, followed by the KO punch to Heath Slater. No, he double choke slammed Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal, and then hit the KO punch on Heath Slater for the 1-2-3 after Big Show, and it made its way up the ramp. Just before he got to the back, the Shield's music hit for the main event with Daniel Bryan. Big Show looked like he wanted to go back to the ring to dismantle the Shield, but before he did, Triple H came out and convinced him to walk backstage with him. So Big Show is still being forced to cooperate with Triple H and the new regime, but it's now time for the SmackDown main event for the night. Which member of the Shield will Daniel Bryan face? Let's find out. Will it be Rollins, Waynes, or Ambrose? It's about to go down on SmackDown. Let's see how it happens. Big Show makes quick work of 3MB. Pretty much 3MB got no offense as I thought they would. It ends with Big Show choke slamming both Heath Slater and Jinder Mahal at the same time, followed by the KO punch to Heath Slater. No, he double choke slammed Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal, and then hit the KO punch on Heath Slater for the 1-2-3 after Big Show, and it made its way up the ramp. Just before he got to the back, the Shield's music hit for the main event with Daniel Bryan. Big Show looked like he wanted to go back to the ring to dismantle the Shield, but before he did, Triple H came out and convinced him to walk backstage with him. Big Show is still being forced to cooperate with Triple H and the new regime, but it's now time for the SmackDown main event for the night. Which member of the Shield will Daniel Bryan face? Let's find out. Will it be Rollins, Waynes, or Ambrose? It's about to go down on SmackDown. Let's see how it happens. The main event that ends up being Daniel Bryan versus Seth Rollins. A very good high impact match. It looked like Daniel Bryan was gonna force Seth Rollins to tap out to the yes no lock, but the other members of the Shield, Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose, jump up on the apron, distracted the referee, and Bryan releases the hold. We go back to a standing position, and Rollins tries to whip Daniel into the ropes, but instead of and catch him with a clothesline, but Bryan ducks and dives out of the ring onto Ambrose. He then hip tosses. He dives out of the ring onto Roman Reigns, and then hits Dean Ambrose with a hip toss. Taking both men down, and, just long enough to run back into the ring and hit the running knee onto Seth Rollins, the same running knee that won him the championship for all of 5 seconds against John Cena. He hit that running knee on Seth Rollins for the 1, 2, 3. Uh, After the match was over, Brian leaps out of the ring just in time to save himself from being triple teamed by the Shield. Brian runs up the ramp and leads the WWE Universe in a yes chant uh, until Randy Orton comes out of the locker room and hits Brian from behind with the WWE Championship. SmackDown goes off the air with the Shield licking the wounds in the ring while Randy Orton stands over Brian holding the WWE Championship in victory. Uh, Very good SmackDown tonight. Very entertaining. I know before anybody gets a stick up the butt about Brian constantly getting beat down, you have to remember that it's going somewhere. It has to be going somewhere. Daniel Bryan will eventually get his revenge against the corporation or the new regime. And I'm just hoping that it doesn't end up with John Cena having to come back and save the world again. But very good, entertaining SmackDown. It's been very, in my opinion, Raw and SmackDown have been very entertaining ever since SummerSlam, when the new machine was formed. Triple H split heel, and along with Randy Orton, this whole new regime with Triple H and the McMahons and Orton and the Shield has just done wonders for the whole WWE product, and I can't wait to see where it's heading. But that's it for SmackDown. Like, comment, subscribe, do what you gotta do. And please check out that link in the description, just like I've been saying for months now. Help me get Jake Snake Roberts to 2014 WWE Royal Rumble. And that's it for me. I'll be back Monday and the rest of the week. I'm hoping for the rest of my videos. But that's it for SmackDown, and I'm out.